call yourself a man? You know you're a lying, low-life, motherfucking gambling degenerate prick. You know that's what you are?
Well, hello you degenerate fucks, and welcome to The Degenerate Gambler. It is Thursday the 17th of November. I'm just back with another episode. Firstly, an apology. Obviously, I didn't get a podcast out last week. I had my bet picked. I had everything ready to go, but I just couldn't find time to record, so apologies about that. But anyway, we're back today. There'll be no nap this week. Again, busy. Never got a chance to get someone lined up, but I'll definitely get it sorted for next week. So let's just get into last week's bet. So I did a five-fold tenner on it. Obviously, with it being internationals, I think most people do bet less, do less bets. You know, international football is not really, the best thing to bet on. You don't get great odds. So I did Torquay to win, Wrexham to win, Kilmarnock to win, Exeter to win, and Sheffield Wednesday to win. And they were all up except Sheffield Wednesday. I know that a few of my friends and a few people I follow on Twitter, I think Gary Duck had Sheffield Wednesday as well, but they seem to beat a lot of bets. They've had a lot of draws recently, so that was always the risk that they have been drawn, especially at home. So that's the way it turned out. It wasn't great. I also did a 5 12-fold of over 1.5, and I think 3 games were 1-0. It might even have been 2 games because I think Notts County scored late on. So 10 out of the 12 were up. So no winner. On Sunday, my bet, the game was pretty close. I had Ireland to win. They did. Portugal over 2 as it was. Excelsior actually ended up getting beat, but it was an early payout. And Iceland over 2.5, that was up, but the Russia game was 0 each. Or actually it wasn't. I think they got beat 1-0 later on. I think it was an OG in the 87th minute. So that was basically me for the weekend. So I'll move on to the favourites, and I'm going to do, because I didn't get last week's episode out, I'm going to quickly run over the week before's and also this week's. So this is for this week. There was 6 League 1 games. There was 10 League 2, 11 National League, and 7 World Cup games on Saturday. So we had, in the League 1, we had 3 favourites won. There were 2 draws, and there was 1 outsider. In League 2, there was 4 favourites, 4 draws, and 2 outsiders. So that's 10. And then the National League, there was 8 favourites, 2 draws, and 1 outsider. In the World Cup, there was 4 favourites won, 2 draws, and 1 outsider. So the World Cup ones, some of them were like 1 to 25 on. So yes, it's a favourite, but obviously you'd expect that to win. So there was 19 games. 19 favourites won, 10 draws, and 5 outsiders. But there obviously was only 34 games. So over 50%, but again, it's a small sample. So anyway, I'll do last week's because I didn't get a chance to do it. So that week there was Premier League, Championship, and FA Cup. There was 9 Premier League games, 12 Championship, and 38 FA Cup games. Again, in the FA Cup, there was a lot of favourites. There were 1 to 4s, 1 to 5s, but you might not back them, but it is what it is. I'm still counting them as favourites. So in the Premier League, 3 favourites won. There was actually 4 draws and 2 outsiders. In the Championship, there was 5 favourites, 3 draws, and 4 outsiders, which kind of goes with what we know, that Championship's an unpredictable league. And in the FA Cup, there was 20 favourites, 12 draws, and only 6 outsiders. So in total, 28 favourites, 19 draws and 12 outsiders, and that was out of 59 games. So that's slightly under 50%. Because 28 and 28 is 56, so 50 out of 59. So not the best week that week. So that's basically it for the review. Now I'm looking ahead to my bet at the weekend, or both of my bets. So I'll get into the main bet. The main bet, as usual, picking teams to win. First team on my list, big price, going well, beat Liverpool in the last match, is West Ham away at Wolves, and they are 7-5, which again is a big price, but they're playing Wolves, obviously. I say so. Wolves have been going well too, but for me, West Ham are sort of the real deal this year. They've got a solid squad, players scoring goals. Yeah, I think it's a big price, but one that I think is worth taking. So on the form in that game, so West Ham are currently sitting third in the league, and Wolves are 8th. So Wolves are going well as well. Wolves have 10 points from the last 5. West Ham have 12. So again, very close. West Ham have the third best away record. Wolves at home, not great. They've only got 6 points from 5 games. So they've got 2 wins, I think it is, in their home games. And those were the last 2 games they played. So they beat Everton at home and they beat Newcastle at home. But before that, they lost to Brentford, lost to United, lost to Spurs. And that takes it back to the start of the season. So their home form, yes, it's picking up, but there's just something. I mean, there's West Ham's last 5. Now this includes some Europa League, but they beat United, beat Leeds, beat Everton, beat Villa, and then they drew with Genk, which I think they were already qualified. So, you know, pretty good away from home. Okay, move on to the next one, and it is Stoke at home to Peterborough. They are 60-11, which I think is roughly around 11-20. It's just over 1-2, so it should be a banker sort of thing. Sorry, I haven't done any of the decimal odds. So if you use decimal, you have to work this out yourself. But Peterborough at the minute sitting 5th. Stoke 5th. Peterborough 21st. Form ways, Stoke's form not great, only 7 points from 5, and so do Peterborough, 7 points from 5. But Stoke have beat Peterborough the last 3 times they've played them, and Peterborough's away form, they've only won 1 in the last 5, and that was against Hull. Stoke's home form not great, lost to Bournemouth, drew with Cardiff. They did beat West Brom at home and Hull at home in the 2 before that, so patchy, but I think at home Stoke need to win that game. Next is something I don't do a lot, but I've seen the price of this and I was tempted to pick it just to win, but I've ended up going with a safer bet, I think, anyway, and that is Northampton away at Bradford. Now currently Northampton sitting 4th and Bradford are 11th. Not that many points between them. There's only 5 points between them. But form, last 5 games, Northampton 12 points and Bradford only 6 points. Away, Northampton mediocre record. They're 9th in the table in away form. Bradford are 8th in home form. But Bradford, in their last 5 home games, so they won the 5 games ago, then they drew, got beat, drew, and Northampton, again, patchy, only 1 win away from home in the last 5. But what I'm betting them is plus a goal at 4-6. So that covers draw on Northampton. The price for Northampton to win the game was, I think it was almost 3-1, which is, big odds. But at the same time, you're taking a bigger risk. I think, plus a goal, covers the draw and covers the Northampton win. The only result that beats you there is a Bradford win. And as I say, with Bradford's home form, 3 draws out of their last 5 at home, 1 defeat and 1 win, I would say that's a pretty solid selection. Next, move on to League 2, and we have Port Vale, a team that I've backed on a good few occasions, both to win and over 2.5. They've made a great start to the season. Port Vale currently 2nd, Oldham 23rd, Formways Peterborough 4th, Oldham 19th. Why did I say Peterborough? Port Vale. And their away form, Port Vale 14 points from 8 games, Oldham 4 points from 8 games. In recent form, Oldham at home 1 win and 4 defeats. Peterborough, why do I keep saying Peterborough? Port Vale away. They won their last game against Crawley. They drew the game before that, lost the game before that, won the 2 before that. They have also beaten Oldham the last 2 times they played them away from home. That price in that one is even money. So I think that for a team that's top of the league against a team that's bottom, it's pretty good odds. Lastly, is another team that I seem to pick a lot, but I do keep an interest in them, as they're one of the only professional clubs in the National League North. I think there's 3 or 4 professional clubs, and this team is one of them, which is AFC Fylde. AFC Fylde currently top, playing AFC Telford away, and AFC Telford are 20th. Formways, look, AFC Fylde have had a bit of patchy form. They've only got 7 points from their last 5. AFC Telford 5 points, but they do have the second best away record, and AFC Telford have a terrible home record. The thing on this, like I say, with the current form, neither side has form. So AFC Telford 2 defeats, 2 draws and a win in the last 5. AFC Fylde 3 defeats, a draw and a win in the last 5. This is away, and Telford was home. What did perk my interest in this was that they've played each other 3 times, and AFC Fylde have beat them all 3 times away from home. So one of those was the start of the year. They beat them 2-0. The price on that one is 4 to 6. So a combined odds, when you add that together, comes out about 20 to 1. So a pretty big bet this week odds ways. The last couple I've done have been 12, 13, 14 to 1. So that's a pretty big one. So last, I'll just run through the overs and the prices. So first game, Norwich Southampton, even money. Fulham Barnsley 4 to 7. Fleetwood Morecambe, even money. Hartlepool Forest Green 11 to 10. Aston Villa Brighton 11 to 10. That works out about 26 to 1. That should be about 130 or so for the fiver. So that's basically it. I'll have a quick juke in the next week. So next midweek, Champions League is back, Europa League is back. On Tuesday night we have 5 championship games, 12 in League 1, 12 in League 2, 11 National League games, and 8 Champions League games. So Tuesday is a big night of football. Wednesday not so much. You've got 7 Championship, 8 Champions League. You've got an SPL game and 1 Europa League game. So Wednesday not great, and then Thursday obviously we know we'll get the Europa League and the Europa Conference. As you know, I think it's usually 15 games or so each, split between the early kickoffs and the late kickoffs. So I say international break's over, thank the fucking Lord. I don't think any of us want to see another one. As far as I'm aware, there's not another one for 4 months. So that's going to take us up to, I'd say, March or so next year. So that'll be good to get a good run of football, obviously with the Christmas fixtures and stuff coming up as well. So that's basically it. That just leaves me to say, if you are doing a bet this weekend, good luck and happy punting.
Here, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, thanks. Let me find out you fucked up. I'll leave you wherever I find you.